Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Cryptocurrency Alliance Bitcoin Breakdown series. I'm your host, Dave Rodriguez, as always, one of the head traders inside the Cryptocurrency Alliance. Guys, I want to thank you for taking 10, 15 minutes out of your day again to join us. Those of you who this is your first time, the Bitcoin Breakdown series is very simple, guys. We're going to go over Bitcoin every single day because where Bitcoin goes, the rest of the market tends to follow. If it doesn't want to follow, it has a lot to do with it. So we like to cover Bitcoin daily to give you guys some insights of where we think it's going next. We're also going to be covering a bunch of fundamentals, at least one big topic every day that could positively or negatively affect the market. Other than that, we're going to be covering future trades. We're going to be doing some live trades in the coming weeks. Right now, we're just kind of calling out some things that we're looking at. These are not signals, guys. This is not financial advice, but this is some information and some trades that I'm actively taking, and I'm showing you guys some of my entries and why I'm taking them. So with that said, those of you who are new, that are new to trading, we got a lot of good information for you, a lot of free value, a lot of good stuff for you to look into and kind of give you some homework to do from day to day. Those of you who are experienced traders, you're here for that extra set of eyes. You're here to see if we agree with your analysis that you have right now, and maybe you're looking for just some insight on what other traders are seeing. We have some free value for you as well. All we're trying to create, guys, is a community of like-minded traders that all their information comes into our chats. All the information comes into our webinars. We cover ICOs. We cover, mining, anything to do with the crypto market, because diversification is what you want to do in order to have a successful portfolio. So for those of you who stay to the end, guys, we have a couple of free gifts for you. So make sure you stay to the very end. It's not very long. We're not going to take much of your day, but everything is going to be really good for you as far as the value that we bring. So I'll see you guys inside the charts. I'm going to start today with some news articles. We're going to start every day from now on, guys, with some news articles just to give you guys some insight of some of the fundamentals that we use for trading, how they affect the market. Sometimes when a news article, breaks, you'll look at the market and you'll see a huge red or green candle depending on how the news came out. If it was positive news, you see a big green candle. If it was negative news, a lot of FUD in the market, you're going to see a huge red candle in the market. So keep your ears to the ground, guys. Keep the information flowing. Stay tuned with us every day. Also plug yourself into the Cryptocurrency Alliance and any other news article web pages that you know about, or Telegram pages, anything you guys use. Information is power. Knowledge is power. The more information that you have at your fingertips, the better you're going to do inside the market. So what we're going to start today is probably one of the biggest news articles I've honestly read this year, and I think it's going to bring a lot of positive things to the market right now, but not just immediately right now. This is something that's being built, something that's going to affect us in the near future and really blow up the crypto market. So the owner of the New York Stock Exchange partners with Microsoft, BCG, and Starbucks to launch a global Bitcoin market. Let's just read a little bit of the article, and then I'll kind of break it down what I think this all means. So the Intercontinental Exchange, or the ICE, the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, is partnering with Microsoft, Starbucks, BCG, and others to launch a market and ecosystem to list physically settled Bitcoin future contracts for a new company to push Bitcoin and other digital assets towards becoming mainstream financial assets. Now, the new company will be known as Bakkt. I think Bakkt is pretty much a play on words for asset-backed securities. And this intends to leverage Microsoft's solutions to create an open and regulated global ecosystem for digital assets. The integrated platform will enable consumers and institutions to buy, sell, and store, also spend, that's the most important part, guys, digital assets on a seamless global network. Okay, Kelly Loeffler, CEO of Bakkt, is quoted as saying the following with regards to the new company. Bakkt is designed to serve as a scalable on-ramp for institutional, merchant, consumer participation on digital assets by performing greater efficiency, security, and utility. We are collaborating to build an open platform that helps unlock the transformative potential of digital assets across global markets. Guys, this could mean that we could see Bitcoin become one of the biggest and most dominant cryptocurrency payment systems in the entire world. Basically, the owner of the NCE is trying to bring Bitcoin to your 401k is another big part of this article, which is something you guys should definitely look on. It was written in a bunch of different articles, Cointelegraph, I believe Fortune. Everybody's covering this right now, so you guys really want to dive in. But what I got from it, without reading everything from you, was, like I said, this could be that pivotal point where Bitcoin becomes a world currency where everybody can spend this at, going to the register and pulling out your hard wallet, or going to the register and just having your security key with you and able to spend your Bitcoin openly throughout the entire world. More or less, what they're trying to, what BACT is trying to do is basically they're using ICE to more or less secure and store physically backed Bitcoin assets. Now, this is allowing it to be traded against the futures market of the CBOE and the CME. Now, a lot of this kind of thing with the app being used is already being done by Starbucks. If you think about it, I mean, I use Starbucks apps every day. When I go to Starbucks, I load money to my Starbucks app and I pay from my app. Now, the cool part about that is that you can actually, they're not very far from being able just to integrate, being able to load crypto to that same app, and then it will convert it to be able to spend it right there at the counter, or through the drive-through, just by pulling your app out and them scanning that app. So that's something that's pretty huge for us, and something that you guys should look out for. Basically, like I said, what they're trying to do is make it possible for you guys to pay with just your wallet at the register. So something you guys should keep an eye out for in that aspect. There's kind of like two phases to this whole thing, though. The first phase is basically to create a system that is stable for Bitcoin. It opens up the door for like smart money. It opens up the door for institutional money to be able to flood into the market, and that's what we've been waiting on, that smart money to flood into the market, that trillions and trillions of dollars of institutional investors that want to put their money somewhere that's safe. Because right now the whole market's very unstable, as we all know. The second part is bringing in that payment system. Starbucks, Microsoft, BCG, creating that payment system that's going to allow these individuals to accept crypto as a form of payment. So that's pretty neat. That's something you guys need to keep an eye on. I'd read this entire article if I was you, but let's go ahead and move over to the charts and see what's going on with Bitcoin. Okay, guys, and here we go. This is where we left off yesterday. As you can see, we're breaking through this big trend line we've been talking about. The weekly trend line looks great on the daily as well. It's been very powerful. Holding here, broke through, testing here. We haven't really broke through yet. We're getting a bunch of these bounce off candles where the candle goes all the way down, bounces back up. We had slight retrace up to the top MA, bounced completely off, and we held underneath with another red candle underneath the 18 MA. MAs are moving closer together, and they are also pointing downwards. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going on 6 candles in a row here in the next couple of hours. We will see another candle close that is going to be red unless we see that nice bounce that we've been looking for, because this many candles in a row, we should have seen some sort of retest, maybe up this way. This is all we got. So maybe this is panic setting in. Maybe, people are just looking for that big retest down here like I've been looking for, all those technical traders. But if we see this close below this trend line and get down in here below 7,200, because that's the next support we have. The next one after that is the 68 we've been talking about. I've had this red box here for a couple of days now, because 1, 2, 3, we got the 61, 1 confluence, the third touch in the trend line, 2 confluences, and we're in a nice little downtrend. So we got a lot of momentum coming down. Hopefully we end up right in here, because this is where I'll go long if we don't absolutely smash through it. Let's go to the 4 hour. We're looking at the same thing, guys. We actually broke below the trend line, and we went back up and tested it a few times, tested the MAs, bounced off, and we're holding below that trend line that we talked about here. This is just more broken down on a smaller chart. So I am looking to break down below this support and end up at 6,800 in that area somewhere. This is the area I've been talking about ever since we spiked to here. When we spiked back up to here, I needed to see the retest of somewhere in this region. Didn't think it was going to happen once we saw that take off, but you guys kept hearing me say I was 50-50 in these areas because of all the FOMO buying, but I was still looking for the retest. Even when this played in, I still wasn't satisfied. I was still looking for a bigger retest, and, you know, here it is. So this is what we've been looking for. I was looking for a little bit of upside, see a bigger bounce to the downside, but that didn't happen. So we'll see if the sell-offs continue. Now, let's look at a new trade that I've been checking out for the last few days, seeing if it was going to hold the support. I've traded this coin many, many times. We got about, a little over $1 million in volume each day, and we found a nice little area. So if you look here, I have this big zone drawn here because of this giant wick over here. Price tried to come down, was completely rejected. The bulls came in here, and every time we get in this area, look what happens. We hit it here, we bounced completely off to the upside, came back down, tried again, failed completely on this line, and we are at that point again. Even though the market is bleeding, guys, you got to take chances. If you're scared of losing as a trader, you shouldn't be trading. I lose trades all the time, guys. I don't sit here and count how many wins and losses I have, because if you're trading in a bear market, you have to be prepared to lose. It's a risk-reward ratio. I'm willing to take this risk on my account because I feel like we can get a nice bounce here because of what's happened in the past. But in a bull run, I would trade this a little bit differently. But even in a bear run, you have to be willing to take these chances because this is a great setup. We've seen what's happened in the past when we've come down to these areas. I am going to take that chance because we have a great chance of spiking up through this downwards trend line that's been holding us in. We're going to squeeze through here. We have a great chance of just getting some nice volume spikes. I get in, I get my profit, and I get out when I'm in a bear market, or I secure my profit with a stop loss. So I am already in this trade, guys, something you want to look into. Let's look at what we saw the other couple of days. Now, my first trade was in here. I haven't traded again, so I'm still in profit. On the EOS trade we talked about yesterday, there was a lot of confluence on this EOS trade. If we go to the daily, you can see it a little better. Uptrend here. We've got some bounce. We got a nice bounce here. We're looking for that same bounce here to take EOS back to the stratosphere. I'm not a huge fan of EOS, but technical analysis tells me to take this trade. So I have done it, as we spoke about yesterday. Okay, I'm down a little bit on my Loom trade. I was expecting a nice bounce off this red area. I'm down some. I'm not out yet. The red area is where my stop loss and everything will be taken out if I get down in here. IOTA did something really nice. I actually set my stop loss outside of this channel wall. So we spiked down, spiked completely up. I thought about getting out of this trade, decided not to, and it's paying off. This wick is going to get filled. I'm not expecting too much more out of it because of these small hesitation candles. Nothing real strong besides this big bounce we got here. But if we fill this wick in and we get up to this area, I will close this trade. So we're going to have some more information for you guys come Monday. I want you guys to stay tuned over the weekend and watch what happens to Bitcoin and the rest of the market. Are we going to continue to bleed, or are we going to see a nice bounce? Until then, I'll see you guys on the next chart. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. That is all I have for you today. I want to thank you for watching the entire video. As always, below this video, guys, if you guys can do me a favor and just like the video, comment anything you guys have to say about what we've broken down inside the video series, the Bitcoin breakdown series. Did you like our analysis? Did we miss anything? Do you disagree with anything? Do you have any questions about the trades that we're actually taking? And anything that you guys are currently into or want us to break down? Are there any cryptos that you guys would like us to look over? Is there any information that you guys would like us to break down for you? Let us know what you think, guys. We're here for you every day, Monday through Friday. Before I forget, we got a couple of those gifts for you guys. Below this video in the description is a link. It is the bitcoinconsumerguide.com/YT. bitcoinconsumerguide.com/YT, like YouTube. That's going to take you to our free ebook as well as a free training series brought to you by the Alliance guys. Compliments of us. All totally free of charge. So check it out. Get your free copy of the ebook. I will see you on Monday back here at the Bitcoin Breakdown. So now, get on out of here.